It's time for sports on the Quinn Broadcasting Network. QBC brings you local sporting events, action-packed specials, and play-by-play coverage of the area's sporting activities. From Pop Warner to college sports, Quinn Broadcasting covers it all. Join us now here on QBC for today's exciting event.
Good evening and welcome to the studios of Quinn Broadcasting on High Street in Millville, also on Facebook Live and also on Instagram and YouTube. Don't forget that. Ryan's going to get mad at me if I don't. For high school football tonight, the Millville Thunderbolts take on the Delsea Crusaders in Franklinville. We are in studio again because I think Tyrell Dunn is with me. Tyrell, we're talking about accommodations. There are none at Delsea.
No, yeah, you're right.
So we're here at the studios. We'll be taking a feed and commenting on it from there. Delsea is 3-2 on the season. They have one common opponent. The common opponent was Washington Township. Millville crippled themselves with mistakes and lost that game 21-10. Meanwhile, Delsea lost to Washington Township 40-0. So Tyrell Dunn's with me, and Tyrell, you've watched some Crusader tape.
I have.
Tell us what kind of defense they run or offense, and how Millville's going to be defending them.
So defensive-wise, they run base 4-3, which is a common defense that you see not only in high school, but you see in all levels of ball. And what I really like that they do run that, because I feel like Millville can take advantage of it. I think our O-line in the trenches, I love talking about the trenches because that's where I played at. So I think our O-line, I think our big man up front can handle these guys. I think Aiden Dawkins will have a big day. I think even on, let's say, play-action passes or passes in general, I think Robbie O'Connor will have time to sit in the pocket, go through his reads, and be able to have that time to make the correct pass and set his feet and make a good throw. So I think that in the trenches, I think that we can handle these guys 100%. And then on the flip side, for their offense, they run a lot of read option. They have 122 passing yards on the whole entire season, and it's been 5 games. That's not. I don't want to say it's impressive because that's the offense they run. I mean, they're not a passing offense, and you're not gonna have a lot of passing yards. However, with that being said, they have a running back lined up at quarterback all the time, so they're going to be running read options. They might fake it to their running back, and the quarterback's going to slip out to the side. But once you get used to that, once you read it, and I'm assuming Ayala's been having them watch tape all week and all 2 weeks, because this game got rescheduled. But once you read that and once you have your contained guys do their job, I think it's a win for Millville.
Let's talk about Coach Core for a second, the defensive coordinator from Millville. Knowing they have 122 yards of offense for the year, do we drop that 9th guy in the box?
I think so. I think you stack the box. I think you stack it heavy because Delsea does have somebody who's 6'7", 245, who's committed to UConn with Jaden Jones. However, he's not really being used a lot. He has, I think, 53 of receiving yards in 5 games, so he's averaging a little bit over 10 yards a game. So I think with that knowledge of you going in, you look at their stats, you look at their tape, you're like, oh, this is not a passing team whatsoever. They have 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, and then they have, on the flip side, I think they have the double-digit rushing touchdowns. So it's like you drop that 9th guy in the box, you stack it, so your run defense can be even better than it already has been this year.
Right. So have you noticed in looking at Delsea's defense, are they playing a lot of man up on the guards or 3 technique? What are they doing?
It's like I said, it's just like a base 4-3 where you have 2 guys in the A or B gaps wherever the linebacker are telling them to go. And if it's a pull play, they're going to try their best to beat the pull play, get skinny, get in the middle. Which is, I mean, if I'm a coach, I'm telling my guys to try to get skinny, focus on one guy, and get in the backfield. But like I said, I think our guys, no matter what they try to run, the 3 games that they've won have been against not good teams. No offense to them, but it's like I'm just looking at their schedule and the record of schedule of like the teams that they've beaten. It's okay.
Right.
So, and then when they lost the games, it's been by a lot.
Right. So they've got 3 wins on the season, as you mentioned. They have 2 losses. They've been shut out both times, 40-0 by Washington Township and 37-0 by Kingsway. So look, Millville should have a chance in this ball game. I think they should be favored to win. If you're asking me, Millville 1-4 on the season. They're trying to really, I guess, they're trying to salvage, I guess, a lost season. Look, the Prep is going to be a very formidable team. The last game of the season, it's a home game, but they do have 2 winnable games tonight, and then they have a week off, and then they've got a Thursday night. For those of you who think it's going to be Friday or Saturday, it's not. It's Thursday the 16th against Cherokee at John Barbeau Stadium in Wheaton Field, and I think for Dave Lagamba, the athletic director, I think it was a great move on his part, because this game got postponed until today, so they have a mini bye to go to this game. And now he's moved that game from Saturday the 18th to the 16th, another mini bye. He's got 10 days until they face Cherokee, and then another 9 days before they face off against the Prep. So I think by rescheduling that Cherokee game, Tyrell, as a player, you can appreciate the time off.
Oh, 100%. You're getting banged up, especially when a guy like me who's going head-to-head against those guys all the time. So I know for the big guys on that line, they're loving these little breaks or whatever, so they can, take a day off to rest and then get right back to work the next day. So these little buys, it's not even for high school, not even for college, for every level of ball it loves those mini buys, whatever you can get. So like you said, great move by Lagombo for pushing that game up to the 16th and giving them a mini buy from obviously this week and then into next week and then also into the Prep week, because we're going to need as much preparation as we can to go try to beat the Prep.
And take a look at the 2 losses for Delsea. You're taking a look at Washington Township and Kingsway, 2 squads that like to sling it. Robbie O'Connor could have a big day today.
Exactly. That's what I was saying about the line. I think if he does step back, he will. I think he will have enough time to sit there, go through his reads, step into the throw and make a good read, make a good pass, and hopefully lead somebody like Reggie Holly down the field, who's obviously we've seen a deep field threat. So I think that we will be able to execute downfield on passes, although we haven't done the greatest this year. There's some plays here and there, but I think today will be a good statement win for Millville.
So for those of you wondering, this game was postponed from Friday until today. There was a virus that went around. It was not COVID. It was another virus that went around, and everybody had to get tested at Delsea. And so those players that tested negative can play in this game, because the nature of the virus was that it was highly contagious. And so they didn't want to risk Millville players. So all of Delsea had to get tested. And then the players that did test positive obviously will not be playing tonight for the Crusaders. We'll take a break and come back, and hopefully we'll have some first quarter action for you. We'll do that right after this.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Celebrating moments, honoring memories. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey has over 125 years of dedicated service to the community. Whether you choose burial or cremation, you can hold a funeral service to honor your loved one. We are happy to provide a traditional funeral or something completely unique. Our honest service and commitment to excellence have served our customers well, and you can rest assured that we can assist you in your time of need. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Good evening. Welcome back at the studios at High Street in Millville. The Millville Thunderbolts on the road against the Crusaders of Delsea, along with Tyrell Dunn. I'm Rich Van Nord. Let's go to tonight's starters.
Ethan Dawkins, 10, senior, running back.
Marquise Allen, 27, junior, outside linebacker. Monte Smith, number 3, senior, wide receiver.
James Jackson, number 11, junior, tight end.
Jaden Days, number 2, junior, wide receiver.
Robin Harris, 59, junior, center.
Evan O'Neal, number 6, senior, wide receiver.
Sir Gilmore, number 12, senior, edge rusher.
Darnell Williams, number 4, junior, linebacker.
Kenyatta Wilder, number 17, senior, safety.
Robbie O'Connor, number 5, junior, quarterback.
Isaiah Johnson, 71, senior, left guard.
Noah Goodhall, number 53, sophomore, left tackle.
Octavian Spence, number 57, senior, D-line.
Savion Jones, number 21, sophomore, defensive back.
Reggie Holly, number 7, junior, wide receiver and corner.
Isaiah Thomas, number 51, junior, offensive tackle.
Jaden Reyes, number 70, senior, right guard.
Andrew Pinnock, number 56, sophomore, defensive line.
There's your starting lineup for the Millville Thunderbolts, getting ready for the live stream from Delsea Regional High School in Franklinville. The Crusaders and the Thunderbolts in a game that was postponed from this past Friday to today, as I said before the break, because of illness at Delsea. Those folks have been tested and make sure that's not going to be a threat to the Millville players. Anybody who did test positive or was exposed in any such way to any of the players who did have the highly contagious virus, not COVID, by the way, then they would have to sit as well. So we don't know if Delsea is going to be affected personnel-wise, Tyrell, as to whether our players that can or cannot play.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that as we were talking, doing our intro, although that I don't think that I think our matchup is a lot better on Millville side. It might be a lot worse, because of the virus on Delsea side. So it might not just be like any state win. We might win by 2, 3, 4 touchdowns tonight. Who knows?
No, well, who knows? We'll see. But here is the live stream, and it looks like Millville is going to get the opening kickoff. And for those of you who are watching, thank you very much. And if you're worried about the Phillies, no worries. There's no score top of the fourth. And I got to tell you, Tyrell, I do appreciate they actually have the scoreboard bottom left. So I get to see the time. Yeah. Wow, that's pretty good.
I was looking at their huddle films. I was like, oh, Rich is going to love this.
And there is the kick. It was shallow as a short kick, and so it's taken up past the 30 to about the 31-yard line, and that's where Millville will take over 1st and 10. So the Bolts come on, less Jaden Days, who's out until at least early November. So they've actually some experience now with Jackson out there, O'Neill's out there. Of course, Devontae Smith will get some more action. They're going to go swing pass, and getting out to the 35-yard line for the Thunderbolts is going to be Reggie Holly. So that's going to be a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Starting off hot with the pass there, I think we got to get our run game incorporated and get it going early, just to see how Delsea adjusts to it, how they play to it. But I'm not mad with the starting off with the screen right there.
They actually marked the ball at the 34-yard line, gain of 3, and it is 2nd down and 7. Down 3 for Delsea. There's motion. Goes to Dawkins, who's got a huge hole. Across the 40 to the 42. That's going to be a gain of 8. Check that. That's Jashir Graves. Gain of 8 on the play and a 1st down for the Thunderbolts at the 42. They go tempo. And Delsea jumps off sides. Tyrell, you're doing a lot of pointing there, so.
Because I don't want to talk into the mic and be like, oh my God, he was offside. But going back to the run play, that's exactly what I was talking about. That hole was huge for Graves right there, and a good gain of 8 yards. And if we constantly do that the whole game, it's going to be a long game for Delsea.
I don't know about you. That 45-yard stripe looks kind of crooked. I don't know. Maybe it's just my old eyes. Who knows? 2 wides, 1 to each side. Tight end to the far side. And now we have motion against Millville. And it looks like Millville had Darnell Williams out there at running back at 5'8", 240. That would be a fire plug headed your way.
Oh, yeah, well, I'd be scared to beat him in the hole. But, I mean, still a mistake early from Millville, another penalty from Millville. So it's backing back up to 1st and 10, but we still got to stop things early.
Okay, so now we're at 1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts. O'Connor, handoff. Williams, straight ahead. Will plow forward. They're going to mark him at the 44-yard line. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Second down, 8 for the Thunderbolts. This time they'll go into the huddle. Devontae Smith to the far side. Williams stays in at running back. They have a tight end to the near side. Now Holly goes in motion. Jet sweep action to Holly. Breaks a tackle. Has the sidelines. Has a first down. And a lot more into Delsea territory at around the 40, maybe the 39. Depends on the spot.
That was a great run there. That was a great play call with that jet sweep. You're stretching the defense out, seeing what they're doing. I do notice that Delsea, I think they are trying to get Millville to jump by shifting their line at the last minute, trying to make the Millville alignment, second guess what the call is. However, it may have worked in the past, but it's not going to work for. I hope it doesn't work for the rest of the game. Great gain there by Millville. They just have to keep this up.
Gain of 17 and a first down. 2 wides to the near side. 2 to the far side on the short boundary. Delsea showing blitz. They bring it. They give it to Graves into the teeth of that blitz. So Tyrell, they came A-gap blitz, and they were able to sniff out the run.
It looked like Robbie O'Connor there. It looked like it was an RPO, which means a run-pass option for the people that don't know. And he faked the throw, but I think if he pulled back and actually threw it, they would have gotten more than,
well, it's a -1.
They would have got more than -1 on that play there. But, I mean, just, you read that from the rest of the game, and you'll be good.
2nd down and 11. Opening drive for Millville. O'Connor, long count. Takes it, fakes. Now he'll throw over the middle. He's got Holly wide open at the 30, 25. He'll be taken down at the 20-yard line. So that's a great play by Holly because he just sat down right in the open spot.
Not only a great play by Holly, but this is what I was talking about with Robbie O'Connor before the game, going through his reads. He faked the run, faked his first read, and threw it to Holly. Like you said, he sat down, and Robbie O'Connor was able to hit him, and it looks like the play is coming back.
It's a 5-yard penalty against Millville. Wow. So scratch the reception and a 5-yard penalty against Millville. And it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 16. O'Connor, straight drop back. Looks, throws, has a man, and is through the hands and intercepted by Delsea at about the 31-yard line. The throw was a little too tall for Holly, and it was caught and intercepted by Delsea.
I will give props to Delsea there. That was a good deflection play. That's what they teach you. That's called a tip drill in practice, where you see the one guy in front of you tip it, you got to go to that ball. However, yes, that ball was a little bit too high for Reggie Holly, but I feel like that went right through his hands, where as a receiver who's at that caliber of him, you have to catch that ball. You have to come down with that ball. Yeah, right through his hands, and Delsea got it. Yep.
So on the turnover, Delsea takes over 1st and 10. Milo Gebhard is the quarterback. Straight dive play, and it goes to Adrian Shepard. Gain on the play of 5 yards. It's going to be a 2nd and 5. So wide receiver to the far side. They go double wing set. 2nd down and 5. Gebhardt. Straight ahead hand. Darnell Williams says, no, you don't. Sniff that one out.
I was going to say that was a beautiful read by him. You have your interior linemen doing their job, and that's exactly how you fill the gap as a middle linebacker, as a Mike linebacker, they call it. Great fill by Williams. And that's something that they're going to have to do all game. As we said in pregame, that Delsea's not going to pass the ball a lot. If they do, it's going to be one or two times maybe. So just contain the run, and I think we win this game without any more mistakes on offense.
3rd down and 5 from the 35-yard line. Straight ahead handoff again and going nowhere.
Darnell Williams again.
And that's going to be Shepard again. And they're going to mark the ball. We'll give them a yard. It's actually about a half yard, but 3 straight dive plays to Shepard. And they're going to punt the ball away.
One thing Millville does have to be conscious of is, yes, they did 3 straight dive plays, but Milo Gebhardt is going to take that ball to himself at one point in this game.
And there is the snap and the punt. A high kick deep into Millville territory, and Ronald Saunders will watch it go out of bounds on the far side of the field. And yes, that was a very tall punter. Yeah, you're not seeing things. Luke Van Auken is Connecticut bound, and he is 6'7", 259.
Insane. He's a tall back. He is going to be going to UConn with Jaden Jones, and I think that 1-2 punch right there on offense and on the defensive side will be great for UConn next year, for not just next year, but the next upcoming years.
So Millville has it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. O'Connor hands it straight off. And there's a little bit of momentum over the 30-yard line. And I believe that was Patterson. So Patterson with the carry for 3 yards. Excuse me, it's Graves. My apologies. 2nd down, 7 from the 31. Millville goes 2 running backs, and now we have a timeout Millville. We'll take it with them. 4:05 left first quarter, no score. Back after this.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I'm
And now, back to the game.
Millville has it 2nd and 7 at their own 31-yard line. Handoff around right side. And breaking into the second level was Reggie Holly. They're going to mark him at the 42-yard line, gain of 11 and a 1st down.
He's going to play such a big role today, and he already has with the long jet sweep game that he had on the first drive. How, with Jaden Days out, and I'm not seeing a lot of Aiden Doggs. I'm not sure if he's injured or what the deal is there, but Reggie Holly's going to play a big role today, along with Jasir Graves.
Now, you remember last week against Winslow, he was tackled awkwardly late in the game, and that he may be still suffering the lingering effects of that. So Jackson will check out of the game. We go double wing set now. Graves comes to the backfield along with Holly. And Jackson comes back in across the formation. He'll be a slot receiver to the near side. And now Millville's going to have to call another timeout. Millville, no, they're not, because they're going to get called for a delay. So it could bring up a 1st and 15.
Looked like a lot of confusion there, which is not good for any offense.
Handoff. Graves. over the 40, gets the 5 yards back plus a yard or two. See where they mark the ball. They're going to mark it right at the original line of scrimmage, so a gain of 5, 2nd and 10.
Makes you wonder if he stayed outside with Reggie Holly. It looked like he was supposed to be his lead block on the outside zone. If he would have gotten more than 5 there to that left side, the far side of the field, but still a good gain right back to the 10 mark, or right back to having 10 yards to go. So we'll see what Millville does with what they have.
They've been able to effectively run the ball. I can see them running the ball twice here. Maybe 3 times. Maybe it's 4-down territory for Millville. They fake, slant, and caught at midfield. That's Holly. It's going to be a gain to the 49-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 7, 3rd and 3.
That was a great catch by him. It was a pass that was behind his shoulder, and he made the adjustment and made that great catch there.
3rd down and 3. O'Connor trying to use cadence. Then he checks for an audible. Again, O'Connor gets it to Holly, and he's close to a 1st down. Definitely 4-down territory. We'll call it a gain of 2 to the 49.
I was just about to say, I think you give the ball to Darnell Williams here, and of course, he's checking in along with Breon Cuff. So I think they run the ball up right up the middle, get that 1st down, and reset the downs.
So Millville's going to go with a bunch formation, and Delsea is going to take the timeout. 1:15 left, first quarter, no score. Back after this.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
And now, back to the game.
Fourth down, and they're going to measure here after they respot the ball. And it should be, and it is a 1st down. So 1st down. For the Thunderbolts, ball at the Delsea 48-yard line.
Darnell Williams still in there. Running Wildcat here with Reggie Holly at quarterback.
I'm interested to see this run a couple times. They've had success running the football. And we have...
The check markers aren't even set.
It's an official's timeout.
Yeah.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for Millville. Ball at the Delsea 48-yard line. Now we're all set. Offset pistol left, and Millville goes offside. That's Isaiah Thomas. Another 5-yard penalty. 4th penalty in the quarter for 20 yards. All 5-yarders, but still, they hurt. You got to make up that ground.
And they haven't making up the ground. It's just unfortunate for Millville that they have to make up that ground with already 4 penalties, like you said, in the first quarter.
1st and 15 at their own 47. Again, offset pistol left. And Holly's just going to cut it up, and he has room. He's going to get the original penalty yards back down to the 45, so it's a gain of 8, 2nd and 7.
Looks like Reggie Holly back there. He took a hard hit after that play, and it's like he's limping a little bit, wobbling back there in the backfield in the huddle. But it looks like they're not going to run the Wildcat again. I would have loved to see that play run a couple times. Switch it around with Reggie Holly and then Darnell Williams taking it, maybe Devontae Smith getting it a couple times.
So now we have a penalty. It's going to take it back to the Millville 40-yard line. So count the down. Looks like it was a post-possession foul.
If my eyes were correct, I did see a Delsea player on the Millville sideline, and I did see some pushing and shoving after the play was over, so they may have been calling a unnecessary reference on Millville.
So it's going to be a second down and 21. They hand it off, and getting back to midfield to near the 49-yard line. I don't know if that's Holly again. It is. It's Holly again. And it's going to be 10 yards, and it's going to be 3rd down and 11.
Once again, having to make up all those penalty yards. And once again, it being Reggie Holly doing so.
Again, they hand it off. And getting back to the 45-yard line. See what they're going to mark at the 47 for a gain of only 3. It's going to be a 4th and 8 for Millville at the Delsea 47. And that'll be the end of the first quarter with no score from Franklinville. Back after this.
And now, back to the game.
Monday Night Football from Franklinville. The Crusaders hosting the Thunderbolts. Millville will have a 4th down and 8 at the Delsea 47-yard line.
So far, Rich, I like what I'm seeing from Millville's offense. They're getting the run game incorporated. They're getting it, adjusted and everything else. It's just the fact that they have so many penalties already that all their yards are just making up for the penalty yards. They're not really progressing down the field.
Delsea's only had the ball for 3 plays. 3 plays.
Yeah. It's just like
in the first quarter.
Like I said, man, Millville's penalties will keep holding them back once again.
4th down and 8. Millville's going to punt the ball away. And I think this is a good call, Tyrell. Millville's defense in the first series really did well, so let's pin him deep. And there's the kick. And the ball will take a roll inside the 5. Did they stop it before it went in? And they are going to mark the ball inside the 5.
Great punt and great punt defense. Great punt coverage. That was beautiful. You love seeing that. That's one of the things that doesn't go on a box score, but oh my goodness, that was a great punt.
They're going to mark the ball at the 1.
Might be inside the 1. That's how good that coverage was. Good job from Millville. Now just keep doing what they were doing on the last drive, the last Delsea offense drive, but just watch out for that Milo Gibbhard faking it off to Shepard and running on the outside. Just keep contained.
So those outside backers have to be disciplined.
Yes,
You've got to maintain. You've got to maintain, that edge. You have to. So at the 1-yard line for Delsea. Straight ahead handoff and did he get out of the end zone? It is a safety. A safety for Millville as Shepard did not get out of the end zone.
That's huge. That is very huge, and that's exactly what we were talking about, Rich. Keeping that middle contained, keeping all guys in the box. I have somebody right over top of the center, and all that penetration from all of Millville's defense. That was beautiful.
I don't believe that was Shepard. That could have been someone else. So we'll take a break and come back with more after this.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
And now, back to the game.
Millville with a 2-0 lead on the safety. And a free kick for the Crusaders. And Millville should get the ball in really good field position. So, Tyrell, the decision to punt, a good one.
Oh, 100%. Like you said, and you literally said right before Jaden Jones punted it, let's pin them deep. And then we pinned them deep, and we see where that led to us. 2 points.
And there's the return. 45-50, sideline.
Goodbye.
Going all the way for the touchdown. Sorry, folks, I did not catch the number. But I'm sure they'll show a replay, and Tyrell has better eyes than me.
What I did see was beautiful. Let's see.
If you can catch a number for me, that'd be great. It's going to be a 69-yard kickoff return. And whoever it is fast.
So fast, we're seeing blurs on our screen.
And coming on for the extra point is Powers, and it is good. 9-0 Millville. Back after this.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Millville with a quick 9-0 lead. In the past 22 seconds, Millville gets 9 points.
That was probably the best 22 seconds of Millville's whole season so far. Like you said, pin them deep. We pin them deep. We get a safety right after. Right on the punt return. That was a great return. But unfortunately, we couldn't get the number. I want to say it was Graves, but I also don't want to be wrong. However, that's the exact kind of thing that Millville needed to go for them. Now, Millville's defense comes back out. They may be a little bit tired, but they were out there for one play, so they'll be good. Keep contained. Keep doing what they're doing with Delsea's offense, holding them to, I think, within the 10 yards total so far. So Millville's defense is playing great. Millville's offense is playing great. We just have to keep this up for the rest of the game.
There's the kick, picked up at the 10. And Millville special teams did a great job. And Delsea will have the ball about the 33-yard line, 1st and 10. We will try to pick up a number for you. We think it was Jashir Graves, but we will double check and we'll get the right person. And we apologize for having to do this in the studio and relying on old eyes, but here we are. So First and 10 for Delsea at the 33-yard line. So Gebhardt at quarterback. He's got Shepard in the backfield. They're going to cross-action sweep and getting into the secondary and being tackled at the 20-yard line. That time they go cross-action sweep, and that's going to be Hanif Hernandez.
That's one of the things I was talking about earlier too, Rich, is they were running the ISO, they were running up the middle with Shepard, and they're going to do something else to trick Millville, and that's exactly what they did there with Hernandez on Delsea and got a huge gain out of that.
They're going to mark the ball at looks like the 19-yard line. 48 yards for Hernandez.
That's one of the things where the outside linebackers have to, stay in their spot and keep contained so they don't get tricked by a play like that.
Gebhardt takes it. They go speed action, and Gebhardt's going to be taken down after a gain of about 2. That's gap integrity, Tyrell. Okay, they've been running a lot of power, but they're going to go cross action. They go cross buck, and that's what happened.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what we're talking about too. Like, you got to stay in your spot as an outside linebacker, not only an outside linebacker, but also
or the D tackle.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, you get up, you beat your man, but you stay where you are just to see where the ball is going. And as you see, they didn't do it there, and that's what led to Hernandez's 48-yard rush right there.
Second down 8 from the 17. So Delsea with a second down 8. And now we have a timeout. Delsea will take it with them. 9:35 left first half. 9-0 Millville. Back after this.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
And now, back to the game.
Second down 8 for Delsea. Ball at the Millville 17-yard line. Shepard in the backfield. 2 wings. Gebhardt tries to get to the outside. Millville sniffs it out. It'll be a loss for Gebhardt back to the 19. Coming in for Millville, Octavian Spence.
That's exactly what hopefully they're hearing us all the way in Franklinville from Millville and saying that, our defensive tackles need to do their job, and that's exactly right there what Octavian Spence did, and that's why Gebhardt couldn't go anywhere. They just, like I said, have to keep in mind of Gebhardt going right and somebody like Hanif Hernandez coming left. They just have to keep in mind for everything and everybody stay in their zones, and we keep up, stopping them from these big gains like Hernandez had previous.
Third down and 10. Ball just inside the 20. We'll call it the 19. Samir Cox is a wide receiver to the far side. 2 wings. Hernandez in motion. Handed off on the dive, and it goes to Shepard, and he doesn't get very far.
No, it was a play-action pass. They just don't do it so much. People get caught off guard, but it was a play-action pass down the field. It's all good. And it was a play-action pass, and they just, once again, they don't practice their passing game because they run so dang much, and clearly didn't work for them there, and it did look like it caught Millville off guard because Nasir Hart was open on that left side. It just Milo Gebhardt couldn't hit him.
Millville should be playing for another pass here. It's 4th and 10. Gebhardt is going to be sacked. He's got no shot at throwing the ball.
Nope. Looked like Breon Cuff Jr. there coming through the middle, filling his gap, and getting right to Gebhardt as soon as he got into his progression. Cuff Jr. was right there.
There'll be a 3-yard loss for Gebhardt and a turnover on downs.
Millville's defense is playing astonishingly right now. And it's just shot out of a rocket pretty much. Like, it happened so quick to where you blink your eyes and Cuff Jr.'s back there on your face. Good job on Millville's defense for stopping Delsea. Even after that huge gain, they didn't get down. And in 4 plays in a row, they stopped them.
So 8:31 left in the first half, and it's 9-0 in favor of Millville. As we wait. The internet's a wonderful thing when it works.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it's beautiful.
Glad you could join us here at the studios of Quinn Broadcasting on High Street in Millville, waiting for that to rebuff. And we'll see. We'll get that reload, and we'll get back to the game here. And here it is. 4 wides for O'Connor. First and 10 at the 25. O'Connor back to pass. He's got a man on a crosser. That's going to be Holly. And Holly's out at the 35-yard line. So that cross pattern gets him 10 yards and a first down.
And that's exactly what I was talking about too, Rich, before the game, where I think our offensive line can hold their defensive line to give Robbie O'Connor enough time in that pocket to go through his reads, to find the right guy, step into it, make a good throw. And as you see there, all the things were clicking, everything that I pretty much said that we could do, we did there, and great job from Millville.
First down and 10 for the Thunderbolts, ball at the 35-yard line. O'Connor, slip screen, and trying to find out who was the receiver on that play. Don't think it was Holly. And we don't have a replay, so it is a completion for 1 yard. Again, 4 wides in the game. 2 to each side. Here comes a blitz. They bring it. O'Connor's flushed out. He's got a man wide open. And cutting it up over the 45, near the 50-yard line. I believe that's going to be Reggie Holly. So Holly again.
Holly again making a huge play.
Or was that Devontae Smith? I'm going to give it to Smith. It's going to be a 12-yard to Devontae Smith and a first down. O'Connor again hands it off. Getting it to the Delsea 49-yard line. And that is, I believe that is Smith. And there's a replay.
That last play was Devontae Smith.
And it was Devontae Smith.
So 2 plays in a row going to him, and him making plays out of both of them.
And he actually got he was able to get 3 yards on his rushing attempt. So Coach Ayala using his skilled players all over the place.
And I'm loving it because they're producing no matter where they're needed, they're producing where they're at.
Give it to Williams. Williams tries to bull his way, but a good tackle coming up for Delsea, and making the play was Zayden Wyatt.
That was a good play by Zayden Wyatt there, just filling that gap and going low on Darnell Williams, who's someone you can't take up high because of how big he is. So that's somebody you have to tackle low, and he did a great job there. But I still think that Millville has been moving the ball super well this game, other than the penalties where I feel like they could have had more touchdowns on offense, or any touchdowns on offense, but they're still moving the ball very well this game.
Brings up a 3rd down and 7. And an illegal procedure against Millville.
Literally, we're just speaking about penalties, and right after I say that, they get one. So just Millville making these silly mistakes on offense, which hasn't led to an offensive touchdown. Our only touchdown is coming from that punt return, that 69-yard punt return. But Millville, like I said, it's been moving the ball. It's just these penalties are holding us back, and now we have to make up the yards for the penalties plus some.
Let's bring up a 3rd down and 12. And Millville does it again. Looks like or is it against Delsea?
That was against Delsea.
It is against Delsea, so they get the yardage back. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. O'Connor in shotgun. He's got 2 wides to the far side. And he's going to go straight back. And it's picked off. Picked off by Delsea, returned to the Millville 46-yard line. It was supposed to be a stop pattern, but the defender was right there.
The defender had a better play on the ball than our own wide receiver did. I don't know exactly what happened here. Like you said, I think it was supposed to be stopping a comeback route, but I think maybe Reggie Holly just went too far down the field, and Robbie O'Connor was throwing it to where he expected Reggie Holly to be, but throw it right to the defender for Delsea instead, which makes his 2nd interception of the game.
So Robbie O'Connor has thrown 8 passes and has completed all 8. The problem is 2 of them are to Delsea.
First one I won't put on him necessarily. Like I said, that ball was a little bit high to Reggie Holly, but it went right through Reggie Holly's hands. But that last one, I think he just threw it to where he expected Reggie Holly to be and ended up throwing it right to Delsea's guy.
And now there's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Delsea. Taunting, maybe? Could have been, yeah, Ryan points out it could have been the celebration afterwards. They do penalize you for that stuff. First and 10 from the Delsea 40. They're going to go cross action again. Millville gets victimized. Gain of 10 yards, and that's going to be Hernandez for a 1st down.
It's better than the 49 or 48 yard that he had earlier, but still, like we have to read. Like I said earlier, Gebhardt's going to go right, and Hanif Hernandez is going to go left, and we have to keep our spots, keep our zones. If we beat our man, we stay there. If not, we stay where we're supposed to be at, and contain where we're set up at. So, I mean, like I said, it's better than the 48 yard rush that he had earlier, but still, that's a good gain for Delsea right there.
First and 10 at midfield. Single wing this time for Delsea. As we're buffering here, we'll wait to see the play. 4:16 remaining. Millville jumps. And I believe it's going to be Delsea who jumped first.
That was Samir Cox on that far side.
So it'll bring up a 1st and 15 for Delsea, the ball at their own 45-yard line. Millville's got to keep that gap discipline. They've only had 2 plays that have worked, both to Hernandez on the counter action.
Exactly. They're just not watching their backside. They're not watching they're figuring out, they're trying to contain Milo Gebhardt, which is amazing. And they've contained Milo Gebhardt, they've contained Aiden Shepard, but they haven't, or Adrian Shepard, I'm sorry. But that backside play that's going to Hernandez, they're just not stopping it. And he has 2 rushes for dang near 60 yards, but that's just because of counter action play, and they're not staying contained, they're not stopping it.
So Hernandez has 2 carries for 58 yards, as the rest of the team has -1. And now we have a timeout. We'll take it with them. 3:30 left, first half, 9-0 Millville. Back after this.
Celebrating moments, honoring memories. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey has over 125 years of dedicated service to the community. Whether you choose burial or cremation, you can hold a funeral service to honor your loved one. We are happy to provide a traditional funeral or something completely unique. Our honest service and commitment to excellence have served our customers well, and you can rest assured that we can assist you in your time of need. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
And now, back to the game.
So Delsea comes out of the timeout, and they will have a 1st and 15 at their own 45-yard line. And while we wait for the rebuff, Millville only gave up 2 ruled plays to Delsea. 2 carries for 58 yards for Hernandez, but they have 57 total yards in the first half. Millville doing a great job of moving the ball, but they haven't been able to put the ball in. Their only touchdown was on a return. So, but they have not done well to put the ball in the end zone, although they have moved the ball on the Crusaders. 1st and 15. They're going to go speed option, and they're going to take Gebhardt down. He bobbled the ball, and that was all Millville needed to take him down. And Gebhardt is hurting after the loss of 4.
That's exactly what I was talking about. I think that was Levi Finney-Child is there who Gebhardt tried to fake out with that fake pitch, but he stood his ground, and that's all you needed. He stood his ground for about 2-3 seconds. That's all you needed, and everybody else swarms the ball, so you really can't go nowhere. If he pitched it, Finney-Child was right there, and you see that he kept it, and 3 white jerseys were right on top.
And that's where Finney-Child just has to trust his teammates.
Yes, exactly. You keep that contained, you trust your teammates, and clearly we did a great job there.
2nd and 19. They're going to throw a quick pass. It's nearly intercepted. Coming up for Millville was Marzine Johnson, tipping that ball away.
That was a great read by him. Delsea doesn't pass a lot, but when they do, it's going to be all quick passes, and that was a great read by him. He stayed where he was supposed to. And I think even if Van Auken was going to catch that ball, he was going to run into a sea of white. So, I mean, it's been a lose-lose for Delsea, but it was a bigger loss with an incomplete pass.
It also stops the clock. If Millville can stop him here, they can get the ball back and possibly create some more separation. We'll see. 3rd and 19. Gebhardt back to pass. Here comes the rush. Throws it, and taken down the backfield is going to be Hanif Hernandez.
That was Sincere Gilmore right there, and this is exactly why Delsea doesn't pass much and why they only have 122 yards on the whole season, minus however many they're going to have this game, because they just can't get something going. Because as soon as they back up the pass, their offensive line isn't blocking well enough for their quarterback to have time to throw the ball. So, good on Millville's defense for taking advantage of the weak Delsea's offensive lineman.
And Van Auken is going to punt the ball away for Delsea. Millville will let the ball hit. It will take a Delsea roll down to about the 25 of Millville with 1:50 left in the half.
And there's still a lot of time for Millville to move the ball downfield and put some more points on the board. However, I'm not sure. I think they only have one timeout left, Rich, because they had to use 2 early ones because of confusion on offense. However, your run game has been doing very well. When you've hit your targets, your pass game is doing very well, obviously minus the 2 interceptions. So I think Millville can drive down here. Let's get rid of the penalties, and let's play a clean drive right here, and I think we put some points on the board.
1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Blitz being shown by Delsea, and they're going to bring pressure. Millville throws the slant incomplete.
Looked like it was Keaton Doyle there on the coverage on, I believe that was Reggie Holly, it was on Reggie Holly. He was covered all the way there. I mean, that was Robbie O'Connor's only read. So I think we drop back, we go 4 wide, 3 wide, 4 wide, whatever it may be, and throw a ball downfield. I think our wide receiver is outmatched at their cornerbacks and their safety. So I think to throw the ball downfield, just throw one up and trust our wide receivers. We're going 5 wide.
Empty backfield, trips to the near side for Millville. O'Connor back to pass. He's got a man, and it's going to be thrown into no man's land. Holly was there. They actually had a fold concept where you had Holly coming, and then over top of him was Jackson, and the ball fell between them.
I would have trusted, I think, James Jackson there. The size difference between James Jackson and Donovan Hart on Delsea, it's just insane because James Jackson is such a big body. You just have to throw one up to him and trust his big frame to pull that ball down.
It's going to be 3rd and 10. You don't want to leave Delsea too much time, so it's an empty backfield again. O'Connor back to pass. Looks. Now he throws. He's got a man open. Making a great move to get away from traffic and getting up to the 33-yard line. I believe that's going to be Holly for 8 yards. And it's going to be a 4th down and 2 for Millville at their own 33-yard line.
I think that wasn't a great offensive drive for Millville there. They missed 2 throws. Then the only throw is within the 10-yard mark. So hopefully we don't give Delsea too much time. I'm not sure how many timeouts they have, but any time is too much time in football.
Millville will punt the ball away. And it will be downed inside the 35-yard line with 33.6 seconds left. And I agree with that play, even though it was 4th and 2, Tyrell. Millville's defense is playing really well.
They are playing.
So just don't even give them a chance to score.
Right. I think even with, like I said, I know I said any time is too much time, but the way that Millville's defense has been playing, containing the run, besides that counteraction of Hanif Hernandez those 2 times, I think once they start that, they have all corners of Delsea's offense figured out, and that's it. I mean, Milo Gibbard doesn't have, like you said, other than Hanif Hernandez, they're in the negatives for rush yards. They're in the negative for passing yards as well. So Millville's defense has done a great job at containing the 2 threats of Milo Gibbard and Adrian Shepard. They just have to stop that counteraction to Hernandez.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Gebhard. Hands off on cross action, and getting to about the 41-yard line is going to be Hernandez again. So it depends on where they spot the ball. It's going to be a 9-yard gain, it looks like, or are they going to give him a first down? They're going to give him a first down, gain of 10.
That's exactly what we were talking about. Now he has a rush for 48 and 2 other rushes for 10, 11 yards. So he has over 60 yards, but all Delsa's rushing yards are all Hernandez.
Last play, if they get it off, under 10 seconds left in the half. And they're going to keep it, and that's going to be, looks like Gebhard is going to keep it, and he's going to get 2 yards, and that's the end of the first half. With the score, Millville 9, Delsea nothing. Back after this timeout.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
Community Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
Celebrating moments, honoring memories. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey has over 125 years of dedicated service to the community. Whether you choose burial or cremation, you can hold a funeral service to honor your loved one. We are happy to provide a traditional funeral or something completely unique. Our honest service and commitment to excellence have served our customers well, and you can rest assured that we can assist you in your time of need. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
We're back at halftime at the studios at 415 North High Street in Millville. And Millville with a 9-0 lead at halftime against the Delsea Crusaders. And Tyrell, Millville's defense has played really, really well. Millville's offense out of sync and creating too many mistakes.
Yeah, if you look at everything that's going on, it seems like Millville should be up way more than 9-0. No offensive touchdowns. The only touchdown that's coming on is, or only Millville touchdown came from the punt return after the safety that we got from Millville's defense, stopping them, pinning them deep after the punt, after Millville's punt. But it's like all of Millville's yards have come after they've gotten penalties. And it's like, we're driving, up, here's a false start, up, here's a illegal procedure, here's this. It's like, we're moving the ball, but like we're also moving the ball against it. Delsea is not stopping us whatsoever. Yeah. It's not them, it's our own selves.
Absolutely. And Millville opened up the scoring with 11:39 left in the first half. They tackled Shepard in the end zone. Actually, that was Hernandez, by the way. It was number 4. I did catch the number later on, so I had to change that. It's Hernandez in the end zone, and that was a 2-0 lead for Millville, 11:39 left in the second. And then a kickoff return. We'll catch the number. We'll see if we can find it. It could have been Jasir Graves, or it could have been Ronald Saunders, too. It's either 20 or 30. We'll get that number. We're sorry about that. 69-yard kickoff off the free kick after the safety, and then Powers hits the extra point, and here we are, 9-0. Delsea has only 57 total yards in this game, 68 by Hernandez. Everybody else is -3.
Right.
So, as you can see, the halftime stats for the Crusaders, 57 total yards. They allowed 113 to Millville and 4 penalties. Millville giving up only the 57 yards. And O'Connor is 7 of 11 passing for 44 yards and 2 interceptions in this game. Holly, 5 carries for 49 yards. Jasir Grace, 4 carries for 15. And Reggie Holly, 5 catches for 31 in the first half. So Millville doing a great job, and they're not taking chances because their defense has been able to contain Delsea. And they put themselves in the position, a very good position, to win their second game of the year. And Tyrell, Mill not taking chances. In other games, they may have taken a chance on 4th and 2 or whatever. Not tonight.
No, because they have, I think Ayala and the whole of Millville's coaching staff has so much trust in their defense, especially this game where they've allowed 57 yards, but really all those 57 yards have come on 3 plays by Hernandez, where the 48-yard rush and then the 2 10 or 11-yard rushes by him as well. It's all Hernandez pretty much, even though he obviously was the one who got tackled for the safety. But other than that, it's literally all Hernandez on those counteraction plays that Millville's figuring out how to stop Milo Gibbard with the quarterback keeps and the pitches and the run options or read options that I was talking about before the game. But they're not stopping that counteraction. That Milo Gibbard's going this way, but Hernandez is coming back that other way, and there's just they're not keeping contained, and if they do, and they have like I said on the one play where Feeney Childers he stands his ground, and he's you don't know where to go, and now he trusts his teammates to come in and make the tackle. But when it's like that counteraction, I don't know if they don't know what to do. I don't know if they just don't see where the ball's going, which I guess I understand because I played football. But I just know that you need to stay in your zone, and those outside linebackers on both sides and those D tackles have to get up on the field, and oh wait. Milo doesn't have it anymore. Adrian Shepard doesn't have it. It's obviously got to be Hernandez on that opposite side, and now we have to stop him. But every time Hernandez touches the ball, besides the safety, has gone downfield.
But so when you played, you were not a nose. You were on the nose. You were on the tackle side, right?
Yeah.
So for Coach Thomas, and on a play like that, is he telling you, Tyrell, I want you to guard the B and C gap. I want you to 2 gap on that play.
And like I said, where I was talking about earlier about getting skinny, where it's I'm a bigger guy, and I've had compliments from other coaches saying I was strong, so they had to double and triple team me or whatever. But I know that I need to stand my guy up, and although I may not be driving him back, I know I'm not getting pushed back. I'm standing my ground so I can see I have him here, but I can still see my head's on the swivel to see where the ball is going.
Right.
So although I'm playing that, let's say that right side B gap where I'm standing up, I'm getting skinny on, let's say the center, or let's say for example, the Shawnee game, the center was hurt. He had a cast on his right arm. So it's I'm going to take advantage of that. So I'm going to stand the center up, and I'm going to get him. I'm going to get skinny, stand the center up. And I'm going to see where the ball is. I'm going to see, and I had a pretty good game that game. Obviously, we lost that game, but still, it's the principle is you have to stand your guy up, keep your head on the swivel, and then make a play for the ball. Don't just shoot back. And sometimes it works, but then other times it doesn't.
But if you shoot the gap, you can shoot the wrong gap.
Exactly. And you shoot the wrong gap, now Hernandez is running around you for 50 or for 48 yards.
Correct. Absolutely.
So I guess if I'm talking to the D lineman, or if I'm talking specifically to the D lineman, I'm saying to them, you have to stand your guy up and keep your head on the swivel just to find where the ball is and attack where the ball is. Don't be so eager to shoot the gap and be oh wait, he's already past me. Right. You have to stay in your ground. Get your hands on the inside or outside, whatever you like. I was more of an inside guy. I was more of I'm gonna beat you to your inside before you get to my inside. My hands are gonna be quicker than yours. Stand your guy up and just watch. Just watch where the ball is going, and then shoot whatever gap you need to go to. But like I said, Octavian Spence has done that a couple times, but it hasn't been on a play where Hanif Hernandez has gone on that counteraction. We haven't stopped that correctly yet.
So 57 total yards for Delsea, 113 for Millville, and we have a 9-0 Millville lead at halftime as we get ready to start the third quarter. The Delsea Crusaders will have the ball to start the second half of play. We'll take a break, come back with second half action from Franklinville after this.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
We are back at the studios, 415 North High Street in Millville, the Quinn Broadcasting Studios. Thanks a lot for watching on QBC TV 22 in Cumberland County, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram as well. Tyrell Dunn, along with Rich Van Noord, waiting for the live stream to kick back in Franklinville. And so second half, I think, Tyrell, if you're Coach Ayala, I think you're talking to them about maybe their mistakes because you're stalling our drives.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not saying anything to the defense because, well, I obviously am saying something to the defense, but what I'm saying to the defense is y'all are doing a hell of a job out there. Like, you guys haven't allowed – you guys allowed one big play, and it's like I said, to the counteraction, which I'm not going to get into again, but to your offense, it's just the silly mistakes that are bringing you back, whatever it may be, like I said, false start or illegal procedure where – instead of having that big gain, it's coming all the way back. And you really can't do that on offense. Now you're making up 10, 15 yards of penalties instead of that 10, 15 yards being downfield for a first down or a big gain.
And Shepard will kick it off for the Thunderbolts. There's the kick. It'll be fielded at about the 10-yard line. And getting room over the 25-yard line is where Delsea's going to start, 1st and 10.
That looked to be Hanif Hernandez who took that ball. He actually muffed it on the 10-yard line and had to turn around and pick it up, but good contained by Millville. But once again, their defense has been playing outstanding. They just have to keep it up. Don't let their heads get too big, and just watch that counteraction. That's all they have to do is watch that counteraction. They've been doing very well on everything else.
At the 26-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gebhard hands it off and finding a crease over the 35 near the 38-yard line. And I believe that's Chester.
That was just a simple handoff. I mean, that was just a simple, inside zone to the BC gap. And he just, like you said, found a crease and got up through there.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Delsea at their own 39-yard line. Gebhard hands it off and keeps it. Comes around the left side. He'll be taken out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 9 for Gebhard, 2nd and 1.
I don't know if Feeney Childers got held there or not, because it looked like he had contained for a little bit, but Gebhard was able to sneak up just a little bit around him to get a 9-yard gain, like you said. But that's 2 long runs from Delsea back-to-back so far in the second half.
And for those of you watching the Phillies game, why aren't you watching this game instead? Phillies are down 4-0 in the bottom of the 7th. 2nd and 1. Handoff, getting the first down and into Millville territory is Hernandez. They'll mark him at the 48-yard line, so it's going to be a gain of 4 for Hernandez. And another first down for Delsea.
Feeney Childers there did a great job of getting a hand on him. Even though he had a blocker right on him, he still got a hand on him and push him inside. But that's where your inside guys, that's where you have to trust your inside guys to come and make the play. Where he did get a first down, but he did not get a big gain. So I'm not mad at Millville's defense right there. But however, still 2 first downs early in the second half for Delsea.
1st and 10 at the Millville 48-yard line. Straight ahead handoff, and it goes to Shepard, and he gets a yard.
And I mean, that takes you back to first half where none of that inside stuff, none of that A-gap stuff was working for Delsea. I guess they wanted to try it, but they're probably going to stretch the defense out more and keep going to Honey Fernandez or having Gebhard keep it, or stretching out Millville's defense, because clearly they haven't stopped it yet this game, where they have a 10-yard gain on the first play, 9-yard gain on the second play, and then they get a first down right after. So Delsea's going to keep trying to take that ball to the outside, because Millville's contained, hasn't been amazing these first three plays.
And now Gebhard will throw and gets it to his receiver, and I believe that's Chester. It is. And it's going to be a gain to the 38-yard line. It's going to be a first down at the 38, gain of 9.
What does that match their total passing yards for the first half?
They've got 1 yard now passing.
Yeah. 1 yard total passing.
First and 10 from the Millville 38. They fake it up the gut, and Millville lets Gebhard escape and go around right side. And Delsea having some success now. Millville not being disciplined in their lanes, and a 12-yard gain for Gebhard.
I was just talking about during halftime where, you may have that, that lane to shoot up really quick, but Jaden Jones had that, like I said, he got in the backfield quick, but he overran his gap, where now Milo Gebhard just cuts in front of him. Now he's, instead of a 2-yard loss, he has a more than a 10-yard gain. That's exactly what I was talking about before, Rich.
They were very disciplined in the first half, not so much now. Now here's a very disciplined play.
Octavian Spence back there.
And that was Hernandez, and they're going to lose a yard back to the 27. Going to bring up a 2nd down 11.
That's what we need from our interior linemen, but still, like I said, don't get too eager to get in the backfield. Yes, obviously, We love calling it. At least I don't know if what they call it now, but when we called it, it was a part in the backfield all the time. But just make sure when you get in that backfield, you're not overshooting like Jaden Jones did on the previous play. Just be disciplined, be smart, make the right play.
Second and 11. Straight dive play, and Millville handles that. That's going to be Shepard again, and Shepard's going to get, we'll call it 3 to the 24-yard line.
I think that's the most they've gained from a dive play all game so far. It's been 1, 2 negative yards from Millville for that dive play. I think, like I said there, that 3-yard gain, call it 3 yards gain, is the most they've gained off that dive play.
3rd down and 8. Big play for the Millville defense here. Third down and 8. They're going to go cross action again, and getting the first down inside the 15 to the 14-yard line is going to be Chester. Now check that. It's going to be Hernandez again. Mark the ball at the 14, gain of 10.
Hernandez is going to end up with over 100 yards rushing just from that play alone. Nothing else, just from that simple play alone, and that's exactly what we're talking about.
He's got 6 carries for 81 yards in the game. 1st and 10 at the 14. Handoff around left side, and getting inside or to the 10-yard line is going to be Hernandez again, I believe. It is. It's going to be a 4-yard gain.
They trust Hernandez's speed on that outside, and that's exactly why they're doing the counteraction. That's exactly why they're doing the outside zone, where everybody on the line is moving left, and Hernandez just has to find a hole, and he's found the hole every time he's got the ball pretty much.
2nd and 6, and now we have a timeout, Millville. 5:42 left, third quarter, and it's 9-0 Millville. Delsea driving back after this.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
And now, back to the game.
2nd and 6 from the Millville 10. And Tyrell, we were just talking during the commercial break. In an offense like this, which relies on misdirection, you cannot trust your eyes. You have to trust your training, your practice.
Right. Because if you trust your eyes, well, they have trusted their eyes. And we've seen what happened where Hernandez has 7 rushes for almost 100 yards. I think he's at 90 now.
85.
85. So they're trusting their eyes with Hernandez, and now they're thinking, oh, Milo Gippard has it, and now Hernandez is 10 yards down the field by the time they realize who has the ball. So, like you said, trust your training, just be smart, be disciplined, and they haven't been disciplined this whole drive yet, and only on the dive plays, which is great. However, you have to hold them on these outside plays, and the outside gap is so open, and that's why Hanif Hernandez has 85 yards.
So it's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 10. And you would, as a defensive play caller, you should know that if it's 3rd and medium or 3rd and long, like an 8 or 9, they're going to run an outside run. They're going to go outside.
They have 2 or 3 passes, and one of them you got to trust your offense or trust your defense.
And a fumble. Who's got it? And they're going to say Delsea recovered. Back to the 12-yard line. So it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8 from the 12.
And like you were talking about.
Here we go.
Exactly.
3rd and 8. Millville has got to be looking for that outside run. I would absolutely be keying on number 4.
Exactly. Number 4 or
2.
They might do a sneaky thing where they have Van Alken like kind of fake block, chip, and you know sneak out. But You have to watch your eyes for 4 and 2. That's it.
3rd down and 8. And now we have a timeout. Delsea will take it with them. 4:49 left in the third quarter. 9-0 Millville. Back after this.
And now, back to the game.
Third down and 8 from the Millville 12.
Watch 4 on the outside zone and watch 2 on that counter action.
Gebhard takes the snap. Gebhard keeps it, and Millville's got him. Great play on the outside. Jaden Jones sniffed it out, and he's at the 15-yard line for a loss of 3. It's 4th and 11.
And that's exactly what I was talking about, that contain there, Rich. Yeah, you get in backfield quick, but do not overrun it. And Jaden Jones did not. He stayed where he was supposed to be, and Milo Gebhard pretty much ran into Jaden Jones' arms. So right here, 4th and 11, you have to watch that counter action. You have to watch number 11, big 6'7" Van Alken sneaking out, and just for like a sneaky pass play where they might run.
Whoa, that's an illegal participation. That player who ran off the field was in the huddle. So that's an illegal participation penalty. They're going to have a straight dive play, and Millville stops it. They advanced the ball. Let's see. That was Shepard. And they're going to say it was no gain and turnover on downs.
I think Chester for Delsea there was looking for, this is going back to the penalty you were talking about, because he was in the huddle. Illegal participation, that's something that should have been called. However, it wasn't, but it still works out for Millville's favor. But going back to the play, it looks like Chester on Delsea number 2 was looking for an option play, but Gebhard gave it to Shepard for no gain.
Millville takes over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line after an 8-minute and 15-second drive turned up nothing for Delsea. And taking the ball out to the 16-yard line, I believe, is Jashir Graves. It is Graves.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 yards for Graves. He's got 5 carries for 17 yards, and it's a 2nd down and 8. Millville goes 4 wides. O'Connor stays in the shotgun. We have not seen Aiden Dawkins tonight, so he's got to be injured. And now we have, is it a timeout or a penalty?
Ref on the far side down in here on the TV threw a penalty flag. Not sure for what, though, but it's definitely against the Millville.
So Millville's going to go back to the 11, and it's going to be a 2nd and 13. Delsea faking pressure. O'Connor in the gun, straight drop back. He's got time. He's coming deep, and the ball is nearly picked off. He's going for Reggie Holly, and the safety read it, and he was ready for it.
He definitely was. I think if he threw that ball, like right now, like before he threw it, I think that's a good pass, but like That should have easily been an interception. That would have been a scary. That might have been a pick six if the safety ended up intercepting that ball. But I don't know if it was a bad read or just a late ball from Robbie O'Connor. But our passing game hasn't been great this game. I know he's 7 for 12, which is a good percentage. However, those yards yards haven't really contributed to anything because of the penalties keep holding us back.
3rd down and 13. Center screen. Running with the football and a first down and the sideline. Will be ridden out of bounds into Delsea territory. I don't know if that's Holly. Is there a flag on the play? That was Reggie Holly.
Yeah, it was. Great job by the Millville lineman to get downfield, legally get downfield, and a couple good moves from Reggie Holly to get him down. I'm not sure if they marked him before the 50 or after the 50. Not sure when he went out of bounds, but that was a great play by
Millville. I don't
Millville.
believe it's a penalty, but we'll check the call. At the 45-yard line, a 34-yard gain. O'Connor throws it in the flat, has Holly again, breaks a tackle, into Delsea territory, taken down at about the 40-yard line. It's going to be a 16-yard gain and another first down.
That move that he made, I think it was on number 3 of Delsea. Oh, my goodness, his ankles are still on the ground. I'm pretty sure I still see them at the 40-yard line. That was a crazy move by Holly there. I actually think that was Devontae Smith there on that play. But either way, that was a great move by them. And Millville's driving once again. Hopefully they keep a clean drive. And
trips to the far side. It's Graves the setback. They hand it to Graves. Looks for room. He's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
I think Robbie O'Connor bobbled that ball before he gave it to Graves, which kind of messed up the flow of that offense. But still, Millville's driving. They're doing a good job on this drive, besides the one penalty at the beginning of the drive. But great play to Devontae Smith, great play to Reggie Golly before that. Millville's driving. They just have to finish a drive. They haven't finished an offensive drive yet.
2nd and 10 from the Delsea 39-yard line. Clock now with minute 15 left in the third quarter. Holly by himself to the near side, trips to the far side. Straight drop back. Now they throw it in the flat. Got the man inside the 40 down to the 35, and I think that might have been Devontae Smith. It was. So they'll mark the ball at the 35-yard line, gain of 4.
He made that play out of nothing because that ball was leading him backwards, actually. He grabbed that ball a little bit, like 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage, and then made something out of it. But a good play by him.
3rd down and 6. Graves back in at running back. Jackson to the near side. Trips to the short boundary. O'Connor back to pass. They get it to Jackson, and he drops it. Incomplete. And it'll be a 4th and 6. O'Connor 10 of 16 for 98 yards and 2 interceptions. And it looks like Millville will go for it here. Millville comes out. Then Jackson will again come to the near side. Millville might need a timeout. They take it. And the clock is still running for some reason. So 40 seconds left in the third quarter. 9-0 Millville, back after this timeout.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
And now, back to the game.
Out of the timeout, it's going to be 4th down and 6 for Millville. Ball at the Delsea 35-yard line.
I'm liking this far side match or this near side matchup with James Jackson on Donovan Hart. His size difference is crazy. If we can hit him, he can catch the ball. I think it's an easy first down.
Gap pressure may be coming. O'Connor back to pass. He's got room. He's going to try to run it, and he's not going to make it. They're going to spot the ball at the 31-yard line, and Delsea takes over.
I'm not sure what's exactly going on with Millville's offense today. I feel like they're so much better than Millville or than Delsea's defense. It's just they're not finishing on. They're just not finishing their drives. They're driving down. They're getting into enemy territory, but they're not finishing their drives. They're not at least putting 3 points on the board. They're not. It's just like they get down there and they dwindle out.
Gebhard, handoff, and going nowhere. I think that was Shepard. I'm sure it was.
It was Darnell Williams on the tackle. He's had such a great game today. Shooting the gas when he needs to. He's like a big guy you don't want running at you when you have the ball in your hands. And I was watching him the whole play, and he read exactly where that ball was going, and he shot the gap quick. That's exactly what you want to see out of your Mike, out of your middle linebacker.
2nd down and 11. And that's the end of the third quarter with the score Millville 9, Delsea nothing. Back after this timeout.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by R.M. Quirk, Treasurer.
And now, back to the game.
Start of the fourth quarter is going to be a 2nd down and 11 for Delsea. Ball at their own 30-yard line. Gebhard. Now they stay disciplined, Tyrell. They were disciplined this time on Hernandez. They were looking for that.
Yes, they were. I wish you guys could see me in the studio. I raised my hands like it was the first time I've ever seen a good football play made. But, oh, my goodness, I'm so happy that finally they contained, they stayed disciplined, they stayed where they were supposed to go. And you see that now that they've done all the right things on that one play, Hernandez didn't run for 10 or 11 or 48. He ran for -3.
Yeah, so it's going to be a 3rd and 13 from the 28-yard line. They have to get to the 41 for a first down. Gebhard's going to hand it off and going nowhere. I believe that's Chester. And it is. No gain for Chester. Brings up a 4th and 13.
Moa's defense has stepped up tremendously this game. Besides, like I said, the one big gain from Hernandez earlier, and even in Delsea's first drive of this half, looked like they were not giving up, but slowing down, and they've prove themselves. They're like, no, we're still here. This is our game.
Millville has 2 returners back waiting for the punt from Luke Van Auken. High one. That's hard to do, to overshoot Van Auken on a snap. But he gets the kick off, and it's out of bounds just inside of Millville territory, and the clock was still running for 3 or 4 seconds after the ball was out of bounds.
That's over the head of any regular-sized human being, but because he's so tall.
Van Auken is 6'7" and had to jump for it.
That ball was thrown at 7 foot, and he was still able to grab that. Good on him to, keep that from being a dangerous play for Delsea.
So Millville takes over with 10:30 left in the ball game. And we have, should be a first down for Millville.
First down for Millville, but I think they're backing it up some.
It's going to be a hold against Millville, but they keep it as a first down.
If I'm Millville, I'm not going to be happy with it if we finish with a 9-0 game. We need, as an offense, to put points on the board to give ourselves some momentum.
A bunch of substitutions, and Millville runs the ball. It's going to be against Delsea, and getting to the 46, maybe the 47, is Jasir Graves. It's going to be an 8-yard gain for Graves.
All this confusion here. One guy's coming out. 2 guys are coming on. They're not even set up. The defensive line isn't set. I was confused. My eyes were boggled. I didn't know where to look on that play.
So does Millville take the 8 yards or the 5-yard penalty? I'd take the 8-yard
I was going to say, I think I'm taking the 8.
Referees are talking it over, and I don't know what they're confused about.
I don't know either. There was 17 men on Delsea's defense on the field because they didn't know anything. They didn't know what was going on. I'm sure Ayala would want to take the 8 too. They haven't moved the ball.
So Millville has the ball at the 43 first and 10 or the 46 second and 2. I think the choice is easy. I'll take the 2nd and 2. But they're still going to sort it out.
Looks like Ayala himself is confused on the far side of the field.
Right. It's an illegal participation penalty. Pretty simple. Okay, now I'm confused, Tyrell. I think an illegal participation is not a tack-on penalty, but hey, Millville will take it.
Hey, I was going to say
Millville will take it.
We will take whatever we can get.
It's a 1st and 10 for Millville at the Delsea 49. Looks like Holly's the quarterback. This time he hands it off. And that's going to be Graves for 4.
Looks like Holly's going to stay in at quarterback. Keep that. This is what I was saying earlier. I think they run a couple plays with the Wildcats. See how that treats you. Fake them. Give it to Graves one play. Have Holly keep it on another play. Shoot, give it to Devontae Smith on like a rollout or something. Who knows? But just trick them.
Double tight for Millville. They hand it off to Devontae Smith. He peels his way to about the 42-yard line before he's finally driven back, and that's going to be a 3rd down and 3.
Now with 2 inside runs there, Reggie Holly fakes it, keeps on the outside, rolls out, gets the 1st down. That's what I'm predicting. If I'm right, I'm cool.
You're already cool. Now it's an offset pistol. And it's going to be Holly taking it himself. He's going to have the outside A lot more down the sideline. He's finally run out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it. It's going to be at the 16-yard line. That's a 26-yard gain for Holly.
I was kind of right. He just didn't play action. He just kept it himself. Went to the outside, first down like I called. Great run, great blocking, all from Millville's offensive line. Not even just the offensive line, but also by the outside, the wide receivers. Everybody contributed to that play. Great job by Millville there.
At the 16, 1st and 10. Holly keeps it, is going to take it inside. Breaks a tackle! Touchdown! Reggie Holly! Yards out, and it's now.
That was like he made something out of nothing. He ran into a brick wall and came out and ran outside. That was great by him to stay on his feet. And still, a great play by he's been making plays all game, Rich. And that's what I said earlier. He's going to be a big-time playmaker today. They're going to use him a lot in the backfield as a wide receiver, whatever. And that was a great play by him.
Great play by Holly to make something out of nothing, and not only something, a touchdown.
The first touchdown for Millville's offense today.
So Powers will come on for the extra point. Would you consider going for 2 here to make it a 3-score game?
I say no just because of how much trust I have in my defense for today's game. Like, if it was a closer game, I understand what you're saying, but I have so much trust in my defense to go for 2 here.
Kick is up, and the kick is good.
I'll stick with my 1.
8:42 left in the ball game. It's 16-0 Millville. Back after this timeout.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community. Local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Millville will kick it off up 16-0.
That was a spark that Millville's offense needed. They had been driving all day, but haven't gotten in the end zone until just then, besides obviously the punt return. That's exactly what we were talking about during break and during the game. That's exactly what Millville needed. Millville's defense gets another stop. Put some more points on the board, Millville.
There's the kick. It'll be fielded at about the 10-yard line. Taking it straight up over the 35-yard line is Shepard. No, check that. It's Hernandez.
He's a good ball player, man. He's been making plays left, right, and center for Delsea. He's their star of the game. But unfortunately, he just got going up against a great defense in Millville.
At the 39-yard line, 1st and 10 for Delsea, down by 2 scores. But they would need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. First and 10, Gebhard. Fakes, keeps it, rolls, looks, throws it down the field. He's got a man. It's picked off! Picked off at the 45-yard line and being returned by the Thunderbolts. And when it rebuffs, we're going to actually see if he took it to the house. So What we do know is that Millville has the ball. What we don't know is what happened afterwards.
It's a cliffhanger, man.
It is a cliffhanger. And as soon as Ryan can fix it and bring it back, we're going to see what happened. But big play by Millville. Again, you said it at the top of the broadcast, Tyrell. They don't pass a lot. They're not very good. So Millville takes the ball down inside the 20-yard line.
Look like there was a flag thrown back here because of a hold on Millville, but that's after the interception. And like I said, to finish your statement, yes, I did say they don't pass the ball. When they do, they're going to target Van Olken. But Milo Gephardt isn't a quarterback. He's a running back. He's listed as a running back on our rosters. So when he throws, it's not going to be appropriate. It's not going to be a great throw, and especially when he's on the run, running from Millville's D lineman. It was a throw that was behind Van Olken. He tried to, tip it to himself or whatever it was, and Millville was there to get the interception and return it for a little bit without the penalty, of course. Well, momentum is completely on Millville's side with the touchdown, and then right after the next play from scrimmage, an interception.
At the 37-yard line, it's 1st and 10 for the Thunderbolts. Already up 16-0, looking to put the nail in the coffin here. And they're going to run it. And that's going to be Graves to the 34.
And they're still out of that Wildcat scheme. And that's what I was saying earlier, Rich. Is I want to see more plays from out of this Wildcat formation.
Or was that Graves? I think that was the running back is. I think they're going 2 running backs with Saunders. So that one went to Saunders for 4. And another handoff for no gain. And that one went to Andre Gross for a loss of a yard. So it's going to be a 3rd down and 8 for Millville. Third down 8 at the Delsea 35-yard line. And Millville's going to call a timeout. We'll take it with them. 16-0 Thunderbolts. Back after this.
Celebrating moments. Honoring memories. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey has over 125 years of dedicated service to the community. Whether you choose burial or cremation, you can hold a funeral service to honor your loved one. We are happy to provide a traditional funeral or something completely unique. Our honest service and commitment to excellence have served our customers well, and you can rest assured that we can assist you in your time of need. Christie Funeral Home in Millville, New Jersey.
And now, back to the game.
Third down and 8 for Millville when we return to action at Delsea High School in Franklinville. Millville leads 16-0. Off the timeout. Millville is out of timeouts in the second half.
And most of the timeouts that they're calling have just been confusion. They don't know what play they want to run. They don't know what players they want on the field for that play. It's just like silly things that Millville's doing. They're lucky that they're going against a team who hasn't been great all season. However, when it comes to those big-time games like Cherokee in the 16th and then the prep to finish the regular season off, but not counting Violin, they can't make those mistakes.
Third down and 8. Slant pattern. Holly, first down. Or check it out, is that Devontae Smith?
Holly's the one who threw it to Devontae Smith. They were still running all that out of the Wildcat scheme. It was a quick slant to Devontae Smith, and Holly hit him right on the stride. Good game for about 15.
Gain to the 21-yard line, 14-yard gain. Handoff up the gut, and that's going to be, I believe it's Saunders. I'm not sure. All I know is there's hair sticking out of the helmet. So that's my marker.
Looks like it's 26.
That would be Lee German. Patterson back in. Second down, 9. Holly's going to keep it. Reverses field. And we're going to find out later on what happened.
On next episode of What Happens Next.
Well, at least we know who's running the ball. So if that was German, okay.
I think Holly has it now. It looks like he's going to break out for at least a gain of 5 or 10 as soon as we obviously get the stream back from Huddle. But it looks like he's going to – I think this guy right here, he's getting blocked. He might get to the ground. I think Holly gets a couple yards out of this.
So we'll sit here and we'll bring it back to the studio. Wait for this to buffer. We apologize, folks, for the technical difficulties, and we'll find out how this play turns out. Millville in great shape, winning this game by a score of 16-0 so far. Millville has straightened out their offensive inefficiencies. They're committing less mistakes in the second half, and it shows.
Exactly, and that's what we were talking about. And that's what we've been talking about actually for the first few weeks of the game or of their season, where it's like they're making these silly mistakes, and those silly mistakes are leading to unfortunate losses. Where it's like you're trying to make good plays, and now you have a holding penalty, you have a illegal man downfield, whatever it may be. But they've cleaned it up this game so far.
And here's the play again. Holly takes it down the sideline, and he'll be run out of bounds at the 3-yard line. So that's going to be a 17-yard gain for Holly. That puts him over 100. 8 carries, 108 yards for Reggie Holly.
Yeah, Ayala's really liking this Wildcat scheme, and that's exactly what I was saying in the first half. Like, I want to see this Wildcat scheme. And no offense to, obviously, Robbie O'Connor. He's doing great. However, it seems like whenever they run a Wildcat scheme, no defense can stop it. We've seen that with RV when we scored late. Now we're seeing it this game where Delsea has no answer to it because you have 3 dynamic backs, and you just don't know who's going to get it.
Graves and Williams. They give it to Williams straight ahead. Touchdown, Millville. From 3 yards out. Darnell Williams.
Great drive. That was very much carried by Reggie Holly there with, the run. Even he looks like my boy Shamor Collins, just reversing fields and getting upfield to, make the most out of what he has and what he wasn't given. But great job by Reggie Holly there, and great job for Millville's offensive line to create a hole for Darnell Williams to eventually cap off the drive.
And Powers comes on for the extra point. I got to tell you there, Tyrell, I was going to say it's nice to have a kicker, but that was no good. So it's 22-0 in favor. I spoke too soon.
It's the announcer's jinx.
It's an announcer's jinx. 22-0 Millville back after this timeout.
Many people treat their health like a game. With the Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Our mental health services focus on the emotions and behaviors that affect your overall well-being and features psychiatric, counseling, and addiction services, including our exclusive Fresh Start program, designed to help combat the opioid epidemic in our communities, plus all the other specialties you expect from Complete Care. Level up your health with us. The Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
We're all looking for God. All the signs point to, there is really a God. We try to find him in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and through all kinds of things. But there's only one way to find him. That's by personal experience with him. Come visit us this Sunday. We can introduce you to him. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
It's time for Thunderbolt football. Let's get ready for kickoff.
Millville will kick it off. 5:20 left in the game, 22-0 Thunderbolts. Fielded at the 15. Shepard running with the ball.
And that's Hernandez.
Again?
Yep. Playmaker.
And he gets out to the 48-yard line, 1st and 10.
That's
good call, Tyrell.
That's going to come back. A flag was thrown, holding on them. Yep. It's going to come back to where the flag is at. But yeah, Hernandez is a playmaker for Delsea. It's just, like I said, unfortunately, he's just not behind a great supporting cast when they go up against a solid team like Millville, like Washington Township, like Kingsway. But all in all, Millville's doing a great job on all corners.
If
today.
This score holds, Delsea will have 3 losses, all by shutout.
All by shutout, yep. Knock on wood, no need for the announcers jinx again.
They've already done it once. And now we have a flag on the play. Is it motion against Delsea or is it against Millville offside?
Millville.
Be against Millville on an offside. Their 10th penalty for 70 yards.
Looks like Delsea's been doing that hard count all game now. Unfortunately, that Millville fell for it that time. But I don't even think he jumped off sides. It was more so an encroachment where he was over the ball and then Delsea seen that, called it right away. So smart on them, but not smart on Millville.
First and 5 for Delsea. Handoff and going nowhere. Great job by the Thunderbolts.
I think it was Andrew Penock who was back there first and then held him up, and there was a swarm of white around him.
And that's going to be no gain. Chester with no gain. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Chester 4 carries, 12 yards. Second down and 5. Hernandez in motion. Straight dive play. Goes to Shepard. He's struggling for yards, and he pushes the pile. He's close to a first down. It's going to be a 4-yard gain in 3rd and 1.
I think one of the favorite things that I was taught growing up in football was if you see someone who has a tackle, who has their arms around the guy with the ball carrier, if you have your arms around him and he's high, somebody else has to come in and go low. There's no reason for him to have gotten 4 yards out of that if somebody's high, somebody's low, he's not getting any yards off that.
3rd down and 1. And it's fumbled. Does Millville have it? Nope. Gebhardt was able to get it back, but he loses 3 yards.
That looked like clearly Millville had that one, but Gebhardt, I guess, just snuckily got under him and got the ball back. But that's their second fumble of the game where Gebhardt has tried to, dive for it before Millville gets to it. But that, brings out the punt team, and Millville's on offense again.
With 3:14 left in the game, Van Alken will punt it again. High, lazy kick, fair catch, and we'll let it hit. And Millville will have the ball right around the 30-yard line. We'll see where it wound up. And Millville will take over with 2:52 left in the game.
If you're Millville offense, do you try to go down and score again?
You play your game. I'm not deliberately trying to score, but you want to play your offense.
Right.
Because you still have things to iron out.
Yes. I agree with that. I was going to say the same thing. I still think you run the ball, chew a little bit of clock, but I still think, like you said, play your game. If
they chew the rest of the clock, great. If they score, fine.
Right.
But your mission here is to make your offense better because it's very choppy today.
Yes.
And a handoff. And that's Graves to the 36-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 12.
Going back to what you said about their offense looking choppy, it's best when they had that wildcat scheme in.
And I'm make sure that was Graves. I'm almost positive it was. And that ball across midfield, and that's going to be Lee German, I believe.
He made a shifty couple of moves there to get back to the left side of the field, where he seen nothing on the right side, made a couple moves, got to the left side, got a good gain.
12 and then 17 yards. I believe he had both carries. So Lee German gets the first down. This time, Holly keeps it. And he'll get to the 43-yard line, gain of 4. Have an injured player for Delsea. That's Charles Mapp. Getting up slowly. 2nd and 6, clock running, less than a minute. Millville could. This may be the last play if they let the clock go under 40 before the snap. There's a snap. German again to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 3. 5 carries, 37 yards. For German in the game, and that will probably be the last play.
That was a great game all around by Millville.
And the clock will run, and that'll be the last play of the game. Millville wins this game by a score of 22-0. Are we going to, and they head to break? We'll head to break too. We'll wrap this thing up right after this.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community, local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
TD Bank sees millions of transactions, but we never forget it's the humans behind them that matter most. So, even though we're leading, changing where and how people bank, and we have the financial strength and industry expertise to support small and global businesses, we'll always believe in putting people first. And believing that is how we're making banking unexpectedly human.
Hello, I am Roy Shepard.
And I'm Carmen Del Vicario.
And I'm Joe Durella, and we are Team Millville for City Commission. We have an aggressive agenda to bring Millville back. Number 1, financial stability. 2, invest in our police department and public safety. 3, economic development. We bring vision, integrity, and experience. Vote Team Millville on November 4th.
Paid for by RM Quirk, Treasurer.
Many people treat their health like a game. With Complete Care Health Network, it's easy to start your healthcare journey. Just select from our specialties and schedule online, by phone, or on our app. Our entire team communicates with one another, so everyone works together on your total health. Plus, we make it even easier with all of these additional benefits. Level up your health with us. Complete Care Health Network. No games, just great healthcare for everyone.
Hello, my name is Craig Atkinson, and I am president of the Millville Thunderbolt Club. The mission of the Thunderbolt Club is to enhance the athletic experience of Millville High School student athletes. We provide a myriad of services for these athletes, including end-of-year recognition banquets for all teams, stipends for teams and individual athletes, college scholarships of $35,000 per year, meals for special events, as well as hosting the Mike Trout Millville Thunderbolt Club Golf Tournament and the Millville Sports Hall of Fame. Please visit our website at millvillethunderboltclub.com for additional information.
Imagine living without pain. For over 35 years, Doctors Beebe and Doyle have helped thousands of people find relief from all types of pain. Millville Chiropractic Center has 4 doctors on staff specializing in hands-on or light-touch, drug-free pain relief methods. The examination, x-rays, therapies, and adjustments are all performed at one location. Schedule a consultation today. Enjoy life without pain and discomfort. Millville Chiropractic Center, the area's #1 pain relief center.
Changing colors. Life's colors change daily for each of us. We go from happy to sad, anxious to peaceful. There's events we endure and ones we enjoy. The colors of life are always changing, but there's one that's the same yesterday, today, and forever. Come, let us introduce you to him, New Life Church, the church of many colors.
And now, back to the game.
Do it.
We're back.
We're back. Millville wins this game by a score of 22-0. And I can tell you this, Millville has to feel good about themselves now with this victory.
Oh, 100%. Like I said, I think I was predicting that they get a statement win today from watching Delsea's tape coming into this game and seeing that all Millville had to do was clean up a little bit of stuff here and there, and they did it in the second half. But I wouldn't. Yes, it's good, but it's still not great. They still had some penalty, or they still had some mistake that they had to get over with, Robbie O'Connor throwing into Reggie Holly, going right through his hands, interception, with that stop and that comeback route that was supposed to happen, another interception right to him. But I think Aiello really likes that Wildcats game, and I think I called that at the beginning. I was like, I would like to see more plays out of the Wildcats game, and they ran that majority of the second half, and we see how that, they ended up actually getting in the end zone as an offense and not just on special teams with the punt return. So I'm happy about it, but I still think there's a lot of other stuff to work on.
So let's go to the stats. First, we'll start with Delsea. Delsea had 111 yards on the ground, only 1 through the air. They were led by Hernandez, as you said. If there's a player that impressed me, it definitely was Hanif Hernandez for Delsea, Tyrell.
Oh, 100%. He was a playmaker for Delsea all around, whether it be on special teams, on offense. He was Delsea's star, but unfortunately, one person can't beat the other 11.
So 8 carries for 83 yards for Hernandez. Gebhard, 10 carries for 5 yards. Shepard, 8 carries for 13. Chester, 4 carries for 12. Gebhard passing, 2 of 4 passing for 1 yard. Hernandez had 1 catch for -8. Chester had the other catch for 9. They held the ball for 21 minutes and 56 seconds. They had 8 first downs in the game, 6 penalties for 45 yards. For the Thunderbolts, 22 points. They gave up 112 yards for the game. They racked up 304 for themselves, 112 through the air, and 192 on the ground, led by Reggie Holly's 9 carries for 112 yards. You had German at 5 carries for 37, and Graves 8 for 29. O'Connor passing 10 of 16, 2 picks, 98 yards. And Holly was 1 for 1 passing for 14 yards. That went to Smith. Smith had 3 carries for 30. Holly, 7 catches for 81 yards. So he runs for 112, passes for 14, and catches for 81.
He's like Millville's. I don't know if you guys remember a guy named Taysom Hill on the Saints. He's Millville's Taysom Hill. He was Millville's Taysom Hill today, where he can just pretty much do anything. You put him where you want him, and he's going to produce no matter where he's at. So I said in the beginning of the game that they're going to use Reggie Holly a lot, especially with Delsey's defense with running a base 4-3. And I think with the matchups that I've seen on their tape where it's like they've beaten Woodstown like 40-0, but it was like that's Woodstown. It's not a team like with Millville's talent, and we showed that today with the 20-0 loss. Reggie Holly, star of the game, MVP of the game, and he has been for this whole season. It's pretty much been Reggie Holly doing a lot of the work. But I'm happy with Millville's win. I'm happy with their offense in the second half, I should say, and I think that if they keep running that Wildcat scheme, I'm a huge fan of it. Clearly, I've talked about it pretty much the whole stream of keep running the Wildcat scheme because you have 3 talented guys back there. You don't know who's going to get it, and whoever does get it, they're going to produce. They're going to get 5-6 yards a game.
So Millville climbs to 2-4 on the season. Meanwhile, Delsea falls to 3-3 with Millville's 22-0 victory over Delsea. For Ryan, who was head of operations today, thank you very much. And for my partner Tyrell, I'm Rich Van Nord saying see you Thursday the 16th at John Barber Stadium at Wheaton Field against Cherokee.
This has been a QBC television production in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22 and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.